Welcome to the California State Indian Museum. My name is Michael Ramirez. I'm a park aide here. I'd like to greet you with Koyankawi's greeting of He Tanani, which is a greeting to the north. And we will be starting the salmon series with our first video talking about the Northern California people, the Hupa, Yurok, Tolowa, Wiyot, and Mattole. Since the beginning of Native history, it's been said that the salmon were so plentiful that you could walk across the banks on the spines of the salmon. These salmon would get to be extremely large, and you could only imagine how the river would look when the major salmon runs were coming through. The salmon played such a crucial role along with the river to the native peoples. As a matter of fact, they refer to themselves to this day as the river people. Before contact, there was no such thing as north or south. There was just upriver and downriver. And the salmon that would make their way back inland from the ocean would return to be some of the biggest salmon, reaching around an average of 30 pounds. These salmon that will return from the ocean would make their way up along the Klamath, the Eel, the Mad River, all the way to the base of Mount Shasta. Many of the carcasses that didn't quite make it would feed the riverbeds, would feed the wading vultures and eagles, as well as the bears attempting to have their feed. The returning salmon were first greeted by the Tolowa and the Yuroks. The Tolowa and the Yuroks would construct weirs, which are basically X-shaped with a log going through and grids allowing the smaller fish to get through, but trapping the larger salmon. These are still used today in modern hatcheries. So these weirs allowed for the native peoples to gather a year's supply of salmon in 10 days. Each village along the river would construct these weirs and were notified by the previous village that it was their time. And this created balance throughout the whole river systems leading to Mount Shasta. That way everybody has a chance to eat and survive. The spiritual regulation of these salmon allowed for peoples all along the rivers to sustain themselves. Today, it is still practiced to collect salmon, to construct these weirs, and to gather as a community, and to share the resources with the following community behind us. What this whole lesson has taught us, which is to take what we need, not more, not less, and that if we are in balance with the water, which is in balance with the sand, which is in balance with the people, that we can flow together. Though the salmon population has dwindled, the necessity for salmon in the community has not. To this day, salmon ceremonies are still carried on in Northern California. The love of the salmon and the necessity of it to maintain social, crucial aspects of the native life still maintained today. Fathers and sons still prepare their nets to go salmon fishing. Communities still come together and celebrate the salmon and all that its nutrients have brought. The salmon played such a crucial role in the livelihood of not just the humans, but of the natural world around it and all the creatures that benefit from it. We invite you to come back as these video series continues, our next video being of the Central Valley. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.